For solving rational equations, you kind of have to switch gears a little bit and think about what your common denominator would be, and then whatever that would be, you're going to multiply everything by that in order to get your denominators to cancel out. So if we look here, the common denominator between 1, x squared, and x would be x squared. So that's what we're going to go ahead and multiply everything by. So we'll have x squared over 1 minus 16x squared over x squared is equal to 6x squared over x. So it's kind of a mess now, but what should happen is that in each one of these cases, the denominators should go away. The first one with 1 as our denominator, didn't even really need to write that. In the second one, the x squareds are going to cancel each other out, leaving us with just 16. And on the right side, one of these x's will cancel out this one at the bottom, leaving us with 6x. From here, we've got to figure out what x is. So since we have an x squared and an x, what we're going to have to do is get everything to one side of the equation. Or in other words, we're going to set it equal to 0. I'm going to go ahead and put that 6x in the middle. And then we can go ahead and factor. This will factor into x minus 8 and x plus 2. Take each of your factors, set them equal to 0. So we end up with x being 8 and x equaling negative 2. And before you move on to the next one, keep in mind that you want to check for extraneous solutions. So you can do that by plugging, like if you wanted to go back to the beginning and plug 8 in anywhere you saw an x and make sure that gives you a true statement on both sides. You could do that, and you could do that with the negative 2 as well. Or, at the very beginning, if you just look at what your denominators are, you should be able to pick out pretty easily what number would cause the denominator to be 0. And in this case, if x ends up being 0, then those fractions would be undefined. So the only number that x would not be able to be equal to would be 0. And since we didn't get that for either answer, 8 and negative 2 both work.